Right. We are still at 2.1 and we ended at B. Nou weer gaan my stil bly. Hey, kom. Goed, so at it's still frozen, sorry. Goed. By C, hy's gou. By C het hulle vir jou gevra. Ja, as F die refleksie en dit is, okay, what, then we did that. D. Vra, ekskuus. D sê hulle die vergelyking van die funksie gx as gx simmetries is aan fx waar die x-as die symmetrielyn is. Okay, so if the x-axis is the axis of symmetry, it means it's flipping or reflecting around the x-axis, right? So what's going to happen is x is going to stay the same, but y is going to change. So this will become gx is equal to, log 3x. Okay, so can you just see that that third became a 3? Now, do you guys want me to show it how we write it back to exponential and then change? Okay, goed. So hy was gewees, y is gelyk aan log 'n derde x. Okay, so write that in exponential form. So x is equal to 1/3 to the power of y. Now, but now we're reflecting in the x-axis. So x stays the same, but y becomes negative. And that -1 will mean that the third will switch around. Met ander woorde, hy raak 3 tot die mag y. And if I rewrite that back to log form, it's going to give me the log 3x. Is julle reg? Hallo? Jy moet gou oor dit kom en hierso fokus. Is die res van julle okay? Almal behalwe Jakob? Nee? Okay. Okay. E vra die definisieversameling van gx. Okay. So E. The domain of G will then be x must be greater than 0. Okay. But who's the child? Daai blonde enetjie. Hy kan eintlik hier kom sit as jy wil. Nee, weg van hom. Okay. Goed. Any questions here? Goed. Now, kyk gou hier, and this is the last part of this chapter. So what I'm saying here is determine the values of x for which question 1 up until 3 will be true. So, hier gee ek vir jou 'n prentjie, né? The red graph is log 1/2 x. The blue graph is y is equal to log 2x. Né? So met ander woorde, can you see 1/2 and this one has got 2? So wat het ek gedoen? I reflected in the x-axis, né? Okay, goed. Nou kom ons kyk gou-gou. Number 1, because I'm going to explain down here and then write the answer next to it every time. Okay, good. So, number 1, I say log 2x is less than and equal to 3. So, first things first, determine which graph I'm working with. I am working with this purple one, want hy is log 2x. Nee, nou wil hulle weet, waar is dit kleiner as 3? Maar waar's 3? So, I first have to find out, where would that 3 be? What would be the coordinates? Nee, gewoonlik is dit mos is gelyk aan y. So, I know that the y coordinates is Die y-koördinaat is 3. Nee? Okay. Alright, so you can treat it as a normal equation just to see where the coordinate would be. Meaning I'm going to change that to a normal equal sign. Nee? En dan gaan ek weet waar my punt is, and from that I can say where would it be less than the 3. Alright, so at the bottom here, have a look. I'm going to say, where would this be equal to 3? Because I first need to get that coordinate. Right? Okay, let's go write this in exponential form. Meaning, x will then be equal to 2 to the power of 3. Met ander woorde, x is 8. Do you guys understand? So the coordinate here will be, if x is 8, y is 3. Do you guys all get that part? Okay, so kom ek gaan plot hom sommer gou op daai grafiek, né? So hier sê ek vir jou, if x is 8, then y is 3. Right, kan ek maar hierdie onderste stukkie uitvee? Okay, kom ek praat gou eers klaar. Now let's go back to what the question is. Where is this graph's y values less than 3? Met ander woorde, wat soek ek? Ek soek kleiner as 3, met ander woorde, die stukkie. Do you guys agree? Okay, now wat sê ek? What would the x values of that highlighted part be? X must be between values of x, né? Between 8, so I need this part. Between 8 and 0, there we go. So jy gaan sê, x moet wees tussen 8 en 0. Now I just want to figure out the equal signs, if there's maybe an equal sign somewhere. Can it be equal to 0? Can x be equal to 0? Gaan hy ooit kan raak aan daai x, aan daai y as? So it will never be equal to 0. Okay. Can x, I know x must be less than 8, but can it be equal to 8? Kyk gou hier. Less than and equal to 3, so hy mag wees, want as x 8 is y mos gelyk aan 3. Does it make sense? Right. Can I now delete the bottom part? Okay, nog jy skit jou kop. Kom ons kyk gou na nommer 2. Log a half x less than or equal to minus 3. Okay, so obviously we are working with this graph, right? But I want to know where would that be less than and equal to minus 3. So nou moet ek dit gou weer gaan instel. Nee, jy sou ook, wie wil gou raai wat dit gaan wees? Who wants to guess what those coordinates are? 8 and minus 3. Nee, want hierdie twee grafieke is mos 'n reflection in the x-axis, nee? But I'm going to show you how we work it out in any case. So jy sou gesê het, kom ons sê log a half x and we make it equal to minus 3. Nee, just to know where the coordinate would be. Okay, nou kom ons gaan skryf daai in eksponensiële vorm. Dan gaan ek hê x is gelyk aan 'n half tot die mag minus 3, and that's the same as 2 to the power of positive 3. So x again is 8. So kom ons plot hom. So if x is 8, y is minus 3. Hey, you fine? Is it all right? Okay, nou kom ons kyk gou weer na die vraag. The question says, where's that graph less than minus 3? But that graph, I mean the y values, where's the y values? Less than minus 3. Okay, so hier is minus 3. So less than means that part. Stem julle saam? Nee, want hy moet mos ook kleiner gaan. So can't go up. Okay, nou hoe sê ek daai stukkie? For which values of x? So wat is x op daai punt? 8. And must the x values be greater than 8 or less than 8? Greater than 8. Okay, so x moet wees groter as and equal to, why? Because that it says it may be equal to minus 3 as well. Greater than and equal to 8. Maak dit nog sin? Dis lekker kop hou, né? Right, can I delete the bottom part? Can I ask you guys to try number 3 and 4 on your own? You now have the coordinates, so jy moet nou net gaan sê, is dit groter as, kleiner as, is dit tussen, what? Try number 3 and 4. Kan ek maar hierdie geel uitvee, want ek gaan hom nou weer die plek nodig hê. Ja, so jy kom nou daarby, dis 'n 8ste. Met ander woorde, x is 'n 8ste en y is hoeveel nou weer? Yeah, we made it equal to minus 3. So then go plot that and decide. Greater than, less than, what? Huh? Wat sê jy? Ja, onthou, ons is besig met hierdie grafiek. So it's the purple one. X is 'n 8th, met ander woorde nog eers 1 nie. En y is minus 3. Kyk gou, hier is y minus 3. So it would be there. Nee? Ja. Nee, ek wys net vir hom, want hy vang toe nie hoekom dit daar gaan wees nie. Onthou hierdie is nou die moeilikste deel, want is die einde van die hoofstuk, né? Dis die laaste stukkie. Okay, can we quickly do? Al is jy nou nog net klaar met number 3. Okay, right, so at the bottom here, what I did is I made that graph equal to the minus 3. Then I wrote it in exponential form. So van daar af kon jy gesien het dat x is eintlik 'n agste. So my coordinates would be, if x is 'n 8, y is minus 3. Okay, so let's go plot that. Dit lê mos op hierdie pers grafiek, né? And it would be right across that. So over here, if x is 'n 8, then y is minus 3. Okay, now what does the question say? Where is that graph, the y values, greater than minus 3? So, here's minus 3, greater than, beteken, boontoe. Nee, can you guys see that line or not? Van hier af, op soontoe. Nee. Okay, now the question says, for which values of x? En dis hoekom ons daai x waarde nodig het. So, x must be greater than 1 over 8. So, x moet wees groter as, can it be equal to? Yes, want kyk gou daar sit ook gelyk aan, hè? Nee, ek wil dit in 'n ander kleur hê, sorry. As ek nog vol strooi ook. X moet wees groter en gelyk aan 1 op 8. Okay, right. Kan ons gaan nommer 4 saam doen? Nee. Okay, and then we are done. Number 4, log half x. So ek is besig met daai rooi grafiek, né? They want to know where is that greater than positive 3. Maar ek weet nou nog nie wat die positief 3 is nie, né? Because that's going to be somewhere over here. So I first got to go get that. Okay, so kom ons sê, waar gaan ons nou werk? Okay, so log a half x, make that equal to 3, just so I can get my coordinates. Write that in exponential form, so x is equal to a half to the power of 3, meaning x will be 1 over 8. Now, so the coordinates there is, if x is 8, then y is positive 3. Now, dit, there. Okay, now, question says, where is that graph's y values greater than 3? Okay, now hierso's 3. Greater than means upwards. Nee. Okay, nou vir watter waardes van x? It means that x must be, can it go past this y-axis? En wat is my x-waarde op hy y-as? 0. So dit moet wees tussen 0 en 'n 8ste. Nee. So I am going to have, gaan nou kyk vir die is gelykans, tussen 0 en 'n 8ste. Okay, can it be equal to 0? Want hy mag nie daar raak nie. Can it be equal to an 8? Yes, want daar het hulle vir my gesê, hy mag gelyk wees aan ook. So, greater than 0, but equal to, less than and equal to an 8. Okay, does it make sense, everyone? Goed, nou, by jou huiswerk, kan ek maar hier uitvee? Die onderste stukkie? Okay, two sums for homework. Kyk gou hier. Exercise 6, jy gaan net vir my 1.1 en 1.4 doen. Maar kyk gou daar in jou handboek, né? They ask you to draw the two graphs. 1.1 is pretty straightforward. Hy's lekker maklik. But at 1.4, fx is log, gx is a straight line. En dan vra hulle vir jou, los op, waar is die log grafiek groter en gelyk aan die reguit lyn? Now when we have something like fx greater than and equal to gx, onthou, watter een is hierdie groter grafiek? fx, nee. And the bigger graph will be at the top. Okay, so jy gaan kyk waar lê fx bo gx. Alright, because it's all about the y values. Is julle reg? So net daai tweakies. Jy kan nou vir my begin. Ons het net 20 minute gebruik, so hier is omtrent 15 minute oor. Wat jy gou kan sit en werk, né?